is the best cold open ever.
Was that our cue?
Yes. So, fuck. Okay, so C2 is not helping my back. Alright, so welcome back to our show.
Kept you waiting, huh?
We're playing a Hidoki Kajoki game. Hideo Kamiya.
Back when he lived in Alaska.
Mm-hmm. So, this is one of my most favorite games ever.
Oh, it's an absolute treasure.
And you see, when I say it's my favorite game ever, I'm actually being honest. I actually really like this game a lot.
This is one of the games that really got me into the gaming back in the old PlayStation days. Remember, rented this game back before I had a memory card. Got like all the way to Metal Gear Rex.
Yeah, I remember you told me about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get this game started.
Press start?
Yeah, press start. New game. Normal.
Yeah. One of the best opening music in game ever.
Oh, definitely. But you know what's funny is for the longest time I thought his name was pronounced David Hayter because I was trying to pronounce it like Hay. Ha-E. Yeah. I didn't know it was Hater. I thought it was Hyder. So for the longest time, I referred to him as David Hyder. And my sister still calls him David Hyder occasionally, even though I keep trying to correct her.
I know it.
Chuck Farley.
Down a couple of bothersome flies.
Oh yeah, and then Peter Lorre and Doug Stone are in this. I didn't know that Peter Lorre was still alive.
Who's that again?
Yeah, didn't he play Frankenstein? James Flinders.
More like James Flounders.
Damn it, Flinders.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Can I take
Loud
off the
and
suit?
clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you.
So,
If you need to contact me by codec.
I don't know if I mentioned that
Frequency is 140.
I really like this game.
When you want to use the codec, push the
Skip
select
this.
button.
Yeah.
Skip it. Alright. So. Sneak this shit.
Okay. Let me get my rotations.
Fuck you, Devin.
I think there was something over here.
What's there?
Maybe.
I thought it was, it's, not in the water on this side. Also, is there a reason why Snake's got a freaking, oxygen mask here, but he doesn't take it with him?
Yeah, well, seriously, he just takes it off in the elevator where people can see.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, maybe he packs his stuff up and throws it off the cliff. I don't know, it still doesn't seem very stealthy. God, this game's so unrealistic, jeez. Oh yeah, the screen flicker is going to make things a little bit complicated. It's not showing up in the capture though, that's good. I just need to get myself a new TV.
Yeah. And do I just, like, wait?
Yeah. Audience, donate to our Kickstarter to get us a new TV.
Please.
Like, comment, favorite, and subscribe if you want us to have a new TV.
We accept 4K.
Yeah, we'll settle for 4K. Music by Tappy. I love how the freaking credits are rolling in this opening sequence. No, he's like saying,
Snake,
wait for the
there's an
elevator.
elevator there you can take up to the ground. You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come down. You better hide somewhere.
But I like how the credits are appearing on screen during this opening sequence, you see. It's a nice touch. Watch out! Yeah, these guys are really bad at keeping guard. Also, it's funny how Naomi says they've got highly developed senses of seeing and vision, or hearing and vision due to their gene therapy, but they can't see more than 4 feet in front of them.
I mean, I question their gene therapy.
It is a nice touch in Metal Gear Solid 2 how
And nobody pays attention.
how in Metal Gear Solid 2 instead of like just like seeing nothing and all of a sudden alert, they'll be like, "Huh? Is somebody there?"
What was that noise?
Of course, it was very novel at its time with the whole "What was that noise?"
Whose footprints are these?
But in Metal Gear Solid 2, the Russians just go, "Huh? Huh? No. Whose footprints are these? What was that noise?" Oh yeah, so Snake's appearance in this game is based off of Jean-Claude Van Damme's body with Christopher Walken's head and all of its pixelated polygonal glory. I remember my sister said Snake has a nice butt.
But when we say a girl has a nice butt, heaven forbid.
It's also important.
Oh yeah. You get to see a tomboy's butt in this game.
I've had enough tomboys.
It's a hind D.
So yeah, he just kind of like stands there in the elevator. Does anyone see me? I don't think anyone sees me. So bolt. So yeah, freaking heavily ass guarded base.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
And isn't he like
How's that
25 or...
working out?
No, he's about
Nice and
28.
dry, but it's a little
Yeah,
hard
he's
to
almost
move.
30.
Bear with me.
Yeah.
It's designed to prevent hypothermia.
Because yeah, isn't this
This is
4
Alaska.
years after
Take it
Zanzibar?
easy, I'm grateful.
Or
If it
2
weren't
years
for your
after
suit and your
Zanzibar.
shot,
I think
would have
4.
turned into a popsicle
Because
out there.
in Metal
An
Gear
anti-freezing peptide
1,
snake. All of the genetic
Snake's
soldiers
like
must exercise
fresh out of
resistance.
I
training,
see. I'm
early
relieved to hear
20s.
that. Already tested. By the way, how's
And
the
then like
diversionary
this is
operation
supposed to
going?
be like
2 F-16s
almost a
just took off
decade
from Galena and are headed
after
your
the
way.
first Metal
The
Gear.
terrorist radar should have already picked
So
them
Snake
up.
is like in his late 20s here.
I wonder what he was like in his prime.
Uh,
Or when he first started. Was he like a killing machine or...
doing
Uh,
here?
his skills would increase greatly if he could just control his
Looks like our
emotions.
little diversion got their attention.
Yeah, but people keep
Now's
taking
your
his
best
coins
chance
in his
to slip
pond.
in unnoticed.
Hey, does Snake have a koi pond somewhere?
In Alaska?
Yes, an Alaskan koi pond.
I know he's got huskies.
Yeah, he's got like 60 huskies. I was always like confused. Does he have 60 or 16?
I would hope 16. 60 is a lot of huskies
Yeah,
to feed.
60 is a lot of huskies, but we never really get much insight into Snake's personal life outside of being a soldier.
Oh, his... spoiler alert, his name is David.
Oh, yeah.
David.
And
There are only
Dr.
18
Emmerich,
hours
or
left until
Otacon's
their
name is
deadline.
Hal.
You've got to hurry.
Wow.
Hal.
You must
and
be
Dave.
crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
You can't do that, Dave.
Sorry. I haven't introduced you
Open the
to
pod
yet.
bay door, Hal.
This is Mei Ling. She was assigned
do
to us
that,
as our
Dave.
visual and data
I'm
processing
scared,
specialist.
Dave. Will I
She
dream?
designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system.
What kind of
Contact
dream
her
will I
if you have
have,
any
Dave?
questions about either of them.
Nice to meet
I
you,
would have
Snake.
dreams of that.
It's an honor to speak
Oh,
to a living
yeah.
legend like yourself.
She's only 15.
Really?
I don't know. I think Mei Ling's supposed to be like a teenager
I just
here.
didn't expect a world
16, 17?
Probably 16.
And then, like in Metal Gear 4, she has her own boat.
You're just flattering
It's
me.
because
No, I'm
she
serious.
managed to seduce the
Well, I know I
old-ass
won't be
colonel
bored for the
who
next 18
originally was
hours.
in charge of the
Come
boat.
on. I can't believe I'm being hit
Or
on
at
by
least
the
that's
famous
what's
solid
implied.
snake. But
Um,
I'm surprised.
But the
You're
guy who was in
right,
charge of like the
Frank.
old-ass boat, apparently Mei Ling studied under him.
Each other.
Oh,
I'm looking
and
forward
eventually
to
he
learning
stepped
about the
down
man
and gave
behind
the rank to
legend.
her.
But first,
I think that's what happened.
Soliton radar system.
Doesn't she become like a captain or something?
Yeah.
The bright dot
Yeah,
in
she's the
middle
captain
is
of.
The red dots
Of course, it's
are
not a
your
really
enemies,
good
and the blue
rank you
cone
see
shape
because she's the
represents
captain
their
of like a
field of
really
vision.
old ass shit that's barely even in
careful,
commission, and that's the reason why they use it is because it was not in control of SOP.
Snake, your radar
So at the
isn't
time when she
affected by
had got the
weather,
promotion, it
but
wasn't
if
a
you're
really big
discovered
deal,
by an enemy,
but
you
it
won't
became a
be
big
able to use
deal
it.
since her ship was the only
Gets
one that
jammed
still
easily,
worked.
I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use
Plus
it
she's
in
Chinese.
an area with strong
She's
harmonic
Chinese?
resonance.
I think so.
So be
Oh.
careful.
Yeah.
I
We'll be
thought-
monitoring
I thought she
your
was
movements
Japanese.
by radar, so contact us by
Well,
codec anytime you
No,
want.
no, she's.
Oh wait, yeah, Mei
I'll call
Ling.
if
That's
I'm
not a
feeling
Chinese
lonely.
name.
Yeah.
I mean,
Seriously,
you
Snake,
know what
we're
I
here to
mean.
back you up,
Fuck
so
it.
call if you need some
And I
information or
thought
advice.
Naomi was
I'm also in charge of
She's
the mission.
British.
She's
Contact
Rhodesian.
me if you want
because
me to
she's got that
call you.
accent,
She's-
or I thought she was Australian at first.
She's Rhodesian.
140.96. It's a
Wouldn't know by the
dedicated
accent.
frequency for saving data.
No, that's just
Don't
it.
forget.
That's the kind of accent they had in Rhodesia.
Remember,
How is it?
except
Yeah.
for your binoculars,
Rhodesia
you're
was
naked.
part
You
of
need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you
England
can find.
or
I
the UK.
remember.
I forget.
First, I'm strip searched by
Um,
Dr. Naomi here.
I
and then
think
all my
England
weapons are
owned
taken
Rhodesia,
away.
but I forget.
Imagine
I think
yourself
Naomi
put in that
explains it a
position.
little bit.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
Oh, hold you to
Oh.
that, Doctor.
Yeah, it never happened.
By the way,
No, he's
sorry
holding her to
disappoint,
it.
But I did manage to smuggle
I don't
one
know.
of my
Remember that
smokes
time when
did you
in
do
Metal Gear
that?
Solid 4
in
when
my stomach.
He was too
Thanks to
old.
the shot
maybe there was
you
something
gave
they
me
did
to
off
suppress my
screen that
stomach
wasn't on
acids.
camera. Deleted
Sure,
scene that they had to
how are
take
those
out.
going to help you?
Kojima wanted
You
to put it
never
in,
know.
but they had to take it out.
Kojima wanted to put in a lot more,
Yeah,
but they didn't let him.
there's a whole lot of fucking shit that Kojima wanted to put in, but
And it makes you wonder how much of that was gold. Like, how much of that was going to actually make the game better?
yeah, like the Beauty and the Beasts. The Beauty and the Beast were by far like probably the worst part of Metal Gear Solid 4. Ironically, since you'd think it would be right up my alley, but no. A surveillance camera? But apparently Kojima wanted the Beauty and the Beast to be naked when they popped out. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. But he couldn't get away with that because they could in cutscene, but not in gameplay.
Right.
And I think like their next choice was just have their bodies like partially covered up with like slime or some sort of weird oil from their robot suits. Couldn't do that either, so they came up and settled on this idea of like stupid plug suits that resemble lingerie.
I think those are chaff grenades.
Yeah. And apparently Metal Gear Solid 4 was meant to be much, much longer. But there was a limit to how much they could fit on the Blu-ray. And I guess they couldn't get away with doing the 2-disc thing again. But it would have been nice if the game were much longer, because they added so many new stealth elements to the game that you could only use in one level of the game.
I think I got all the items, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay. No, upstairs.
Yeah, upstairs.
I think there's a box upstairs.
No, there's not a box upstairs. But going upstairs gets you right in the direction to get the thermal goggles.
Oh, yeah. Need that shit.
It's pretty handy. Watch out! There's an intruder. Says you can talk.
That base must have some kind of ventilation system to recirculate the air. There should be air ducts around
Maybe
there
there's
somewhere.
something in the air.
They must
there's
need a
something
lot
in
of
the water.
power to run the base. There's probably a diesel generator somewhere. And since generating electricity requires oxygen, there must be exhaust openings for that too. You're not gonna believe this, but they shot down the F-16s we were using as a diversion with a Hind D. Then we got a message from Liquid. He said if we try something like that again, he'll launch the nuke. Snake, hurry up and get in there. That Hind will be coming back soon.
Don't you mean master? Oops.
You see it?
Fuck.
What'd you do? See, it's funny to me because we already know. Spoiler alert: Liquid doesn't have the ability. Where are you going?
I forget if there was something over here.
No, there's not. Liquid doesn't have the abilities to launch the nukes right now.
Yeah. That's where I come in.
Not only that, but freaking shooting down 2 F-16s with a Hind. Yeah.
It's because they weren't Snake.
Yeah.
Snake did it.
Oh yeah, shooting a Hind down with a freaking rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Snake.
So what's more ridiculous? I think shooting F-16s down.
What are you doing here?
No,
Aren't you from Snake's Revenge?
yeah, isn't this guy in Peace Walker? I think this guy's in Peace Walker.
Master Miller?
Yeah.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Isn't he the one that taught him certain
Yeah,
things?
yeah. I think Master Miller was the drill sergeant that trained Solid
There's no
Snake.
one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment.
But they killed him.
Miller?
No, I mean they killed Miller, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, I
Because they
think.
found his body.
Yeah, I think the bad guys killed Miller in this. But yeah, I think Miller's one of the guys that's in the Phantom Pain. But they don't call him McDonald Miller; they call him Kazuki Miller.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever.
McDonald Miller.
McDonald Miller.
Mickey D's.
Mickey D's. Mickey Mees. Has anyone ever made a McDonald Miller meme?
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
I wouldn't be
They
surprised.
just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First foxes, now rats.
Ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell.
Was that foreshadowing?
Get careless now.
Yeah.
Rat Patrol Team 01.
I'll keep my eye on the woman in the cell.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought they were going to talk about slaughtering with stealth.
Oh, no, they only do that if we either get sent off. We have to make at least one alert or one kill at this point.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
What the hell?
blue stuff.
It's, fuck, Minecraft. That's,
Lapis Lazuli.
yeah!
Did you bring a diamond pickaxe?
No, I didn't.
What about an iron one? That'll do.
I can make one out of wood.
Well, we need some iron first.
Well, I'm sure there's enough iron here to go around.
But you'll need a stone pickaxe to break it.
Yeah, I'll just take one off of Metal Gear.
That's a rotation up there.
Yep. See, it's called rotation because it's rotating.
Fuck you, Devin.
Ah. Yeah, it's... You're just going to tell me how to go down damn stairs.
Yeah, I think you just press a button.
You do. That's not worthy of a fucking codec call.
Mm-hmm. Neither is everything else that we've called up Colonel for so far. Okay, so now we can get the thermal goggles. Why do you keep answering?
Elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Okay.
Thank you, Colonel.
Roger that.
Do you ever call Nastasha Romanenko?
Yeah.
I liked calling her all the time. Because she's actually pretty interesting when you call her for like every little thing. She's got stuff to say.
Yeah.
And it's funny because based on whether or not you call her in certain events will determine what she says when you call her in the next event.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you call her when you're battling Liquid, and she'll say, "Shove a Stinger missile up his butt." And then after you beat him, she's like, "I can't believe you were able to beat him with just a Stinger missile." And Snake's like, Nastasha, you were the one who recommended that idea. And she's like, "Yeah, but I didn't know it was going to work."
So he was the guinea pig.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and then Nastasha's husband is Richard Ames.
Richard Ames, that's, who's that guy?
He's from Metal Gear Solid 2. He's the one with the pacemaker.
Oh, he died.
Yeah, because he had a pacemaker. And they turned it off.
Is it because he didn't know how to pace himself?
But yeah, I go to the elevator.
Hold on. There's a guy coming.
But what was it? Yeah. Did you ever hear the story about how the pacemaker was invented?
No.
The guy who was designing the pacemaker was originally trying to create something that had the ability to monitor heartbeats, but he
Basement 1?
Yeah, B1. But by accident, he installed one of the capacitors in reverse, so it reversed the signal. So instead of monitoring a heartbeat, it would mimic the heartbeat. But he eventually realized this mechanic would actually make it so the thing could assist in your freaking heartbeat.
Look at the radar.
Oh, Mayling's
It's
calling
picking
us?
up the
Mailing
Dopper
called
chip.
us?
He's the
Did
green
Mailing want to
dot.
talk to us?
Hurry and rescue
Maybe she
him.
wants more. Date time.
Call her back, call her back.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the Dopper chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
I remember playing with a friend of mine. They didn't know that all he had to do was just press down and select who he wanted to call. They literally wrote down the codec and then went left and right.
Oh man. Do we have to save now? No. No. Don't bother saving. No space. We'll figure it out later, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, Snake. It looks like there are no empty save blocks. I can't save your mission if they're all full.
Fuck. Anyway,
That's kind of a problem.
isn't there a freaking game? We'll figure it out. We're smarter than this. But isn't there a freaking game where you can, like, take pictures of Mei Ling and shit?
Yeah, VR.
Ah. And how do you unlock that?
By completing a certain amount of...
Why'd you freaking
Yeah.
answer?
Snake,
You know how to climb a ladder.
Only if Jesus is there. Here's what I'm waiting for.
Oh crap. Are we gonna go in and out until she eventually takes off her pants?
You want to do that?
No!
It looks better in Twin Snakes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It sure as hell does. Because it's frankly not all that appealing, this game. I mean, no offense, Meryl, but Meryl's not all that attractive, honestly.
Tomboy.
Well, I like tomboys, but
Snake, the DARPA
I don't know. I just never had a thing for Meryl.
I always had a thing for Mailing and Naomi.
I'd like to give a strip search to...
And Sniper Wolf.
Oh, yes.
She
Oh,
was
yeah.
a babe.
I remember David Hayter when he was asked, out of all the Metal Gear girls, which one he would do, and he said it was a very awkward question since he's actually a good friend with most of the girls who do voices for the Metal Gear games. But he said out of any of the girls in Metal Gear, he would do Sniper Wolf, and then he followed up with, but I'm actually married though, so I know I would not.
What's your outfit?
But
The pawn they sent here to
Sniper
save
Wolf
your worthless butt.
would do.
Yeah.
Really?
So would Hal.
It's true.
No, he would not.
Hal? Oh, yeah. He just...
He would want to, but I don't think that he would ever be able to, because did Sniper Wolf ever give a shit about Hal?
Slow down.
To a certain
Don't worry.
degree.
First,
Because I feel like every...
She treated him better than most.
Terrorists?
That's, I guess so, but I swear, I feel like it's another one of those things where it's like, she never gave a shit about him, and then after she died, Hal's like, she and I will be together forever. And it's like, did you ever ask her opinion on that?
Yeah, just because you take care of her,
Could launch
wolves doesn't exactly make you a couple.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this place was just for
But,
Did anything they do together make them a couple?
no.
No.
what I'm about to
But
tell you is
in his mind, I think he liked the option.
Yeah.
Because when you're dead, the option's gone.
It's a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the
But
Yeah,
then
was it a good idea to leave Hal alone with Sniper Wolf's body?
ability to launch a nuclear
Oh.
attack any place on the face of the earth.
But no, seriously though, after Sniper Wolf...
It's like one of my Japanese anime.
What the hell kind of anime are you watching?
gear.
But, I remember, yeah, if you leave Sniper Wolf's body and go to Disc 2 and then come back up, you'll find she's been replaced by a wolf pup.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
And,
We've had a couple of run-ins.
In Metal Gear Solid 4,
So that's the reason you were
after
here
you
at this
beat
disposal site?
Crying Wolf, before you go down, if you just wait for a bit, then 2 adult wolves and 1 baby wolf will show up in the
I
same
had heard
spot.
The Metal Gear project was scrapped.
And I remember the first time it was like, I don't know,
On the contrary.
5th time I had beat Metal Gear Solid 4 playthrough, and it had been years since I had played Metal Gear Solid 4, and I decided to pick it up again, and I started wandering around in the area. All of a sudden, these 3 wolves show up, and I'm like, hey, look, it's just like the wolves from the first game, and then they all sit down in front of me with the hearts over their head. I'm like,
Oh, it is.
and I was like, are these the same exact wolves? But no way, it's been years, and they haven't changed at all. And then all of a sudden, I started tearing up, and I'm like, where have you guys been? I missed you so much.
Code name for the new Metal Gear prototype.
It's been so long. How have you been? You haven't grown up at all.
And I like how in Metal Gear 4 when you go back to Shadow Moses.
Oh, wait.
I like how the flashbacks and the audio.
Shut up in there, will ya?
What a fucking dumbass. I love that, though.
It's Johnny. It's freaking Johnny.
Frickin' Johnny. You idiot. Man, that was
I
lucky.
thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL?
Yes, of course, there is a PAL.
PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes, Baker knows one.
So it's like,
Baker.
the
Veteran of
PAL
arms tech.
card key is supposed to be like an on-off
right.
switch that can only be used once,
Each of us needs
whereas
to
the
input
special
our
passcodes can be
password, or
used
there
as many
can be no
times as you
launch.
want, I guess.
But
But,
they
with
found
Sigint
out my
dead with his
password.
password?
You talk.
Oh yeah, you know that, right? The DARPA chief
Oh, the real one?
People's minds.
is Sigint
Can't resist.
from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Really?
One of the
Yeah.
members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
See
This
it.
is bad.
It's just a matter of time.
I don't
before
remember
they get
Sigint.
Baker's
In Metal Gear Solid 3, they had the one weapon specialist
If
who
they
would
find
like
out
give us
Baker's
weapon
password,
advice and some advice on some of the Cobra members.
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll be able to launch a nuke
Wait, that was him?
anytime.
That was him,
there
DARPA
is a
chief,
way
who was
to
real
stop
young
them.
in Metal Gear Solid 3.
The card keys.
Yeah, he kind of played the same role as
Designed by
Natasha.
Armstead, the system developers, as an
Nastasha.
emergency override.
I mean, yeah,
Even
Nastasha.
without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
But yeah, the same guy who plays the DARPA chief in this also plays the voice of Gray Fox,
You can stop.
which led me to think that Gray Fox was a black guy.
Deep throat.
But no,
Gross.
turns out
Where
Gray
are
Fox
the
is even
keys?
whiter than I am.
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card
It was probably
keys.
just a
There
suit
are
making
3
his voice
different
like that.
slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement.
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes, they cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color?
See, when I first played this part of the game, I was just straight up like, okay,
Here, take this.
where are the walls a
It's
different
my
color?
ID card.
Somewhere in this
Open
game,
any
I'm gonna
level
find a
one
wall
security
that's a
door.
different color, and it's gonna be
It's
suspicious
called
in
a
some
pad.
way.
It
And you
works
found it.
together with your body.
Eventually, I found it, but it wasn't what I thought I was
Personal
looking
area
for.
Network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium.
Interesting.
As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
What about the Pentagon?
What is it?
Oh my god, Snake strangling him.
It's just, yeah, that's just. What about the Pentagon? You keep your mouth shut.
He's a zombie. Do.
That was Decoy Octopus,
That was-
member of Foxhound.
That was a good time to stuff him under the bed.
Oh wait, yeah, that's right.
Dead.
Yeah, there are maggots crawling on the ground, and if you look on they're like the same freaking maggots that are crawling on the DARPA chief later.
Yeah.
Naomi, the chief. What
It
happened?
was a heart attack.
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
Looked like a bullet wound to me.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand.
Alright.
This op
I
is
think now's a good
security
time to take a
level
freaking
red.
break.
You need
Yeah.
the highest
Alright.
security.
So, we'll see you guys next week. Take care.